Well, hello there, McKinney. All right, we are 1 month into the year and we are already hearing waves being made about interest rates. So, what does this mean for buyers and what will this effect be on sellers in the market? And we also hit a record in the market for McKinney this January. Is this good, bad, or ugly? Well, stay tuned to find out. I'm Jennifer Shannon. I'm a realtor with the Patty Turner Group at Keller Williams, serving the McKinney area. Each month, I bring you the real estate market update for McKinney. So here is your update for February, now that the numbers for January are in. And we will start with interest rates. Following a month-long rise, interest rates have been effectively flat. For a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, rates are currently at 3.55% with 0.8% in fees and points. But stories of flat interest rates are likely going away soon. The big news this week for interest rates came after the Federal Reserve's January monetary policy meeting, where they said a quarter-point hike is likely coming soon. This would be the first rate hike since 2018, and many believe this hike will happen in March. And while predictions at the end of last year pointed to a rate hike of 25 basis points once every quarter this year, some experts now predict that we could have up to 7 rate hikes over the course of this year, with each increase adding another 25 basis points to the federal funds rate. If this happens, rates could be over 5% by the end of this year. So what does this kind of rate hike look like for buyers? Well, if you took out a $350,000 30-year loan at 3.5%, your monthly principal and interest payment would be $1,572. If that interest rate went up to 5.25%, your new payment would now be at $1,933, a $361 difference. And here's an interesting tidbit. History demonstrates that potential home buyers who are on the fence will often enter the market at the start of rate increase cycles. So let's dig into the sales data for January and see how the McKinney market started out the year. For this local market data, I'm using numbers from single-family home sales in the city of McKinney. These numbers are based on sales data from January. The average sales price is $546,039. That is a massive 26% jump from where it was the year before. The number of homes for sale is at 109 homes. We are down 43.8% in the number of homes available to buy from last year. In fact, I'm going to pull this out to 10 years, and you can see that this is the fewest number of homes that has ever been listed for sale in McKinney over the last 10 years. That is how significant our inventory shortage is, especially when you think how much more housing stock we have from all of the new construction that we've seen in McKinney over the last 10 years. This is quite a sobering number. Now, we did have 161 sales in McKinney in January, an 8.1% increase over last year. And the time it takes for a home to go under contract is at 21 days. That's only 5 days faster than it was the same time last year. Our months of supply is at 0.4 months, and that's a 33.3% decrease from last year. This means that given the current demand, it would take less than 2 weeks for all the current inventory to be purchased up. We listed, 159 homes in January, which was 36.4% less than the previous year. And we are anticipating more listings this spring compared with last year, since there is so much pent-up seller activity. And what I mean by this is the fact there are always reasons people need to buy and sell. Even when interest rates were sky high in the early 80s, people still bought and sold real estate. And for almost 2 years now, sellers have been sitting on the sidelines, holding out just so they wouldn't have to be a buyer in this market. Well, a lot of sellers are getting antsy because their reason for selling hasn't changed, but they are now ready to move on to the next house and capitalize on this market that has brought them so much equity. And then we're going to look at the price per square foot. We can see that we average now $213 a square foot, and that's a 38.3% increase from last year. And I just love looking at these graphs because it's just amazing to see how these numbers have gone up and up and up and up. And then another thing that I like looking at right now is how showings are happening across different price points in the area. So when we look at homes from 300 to $1 million in McKinney, we see that a majority of the showings are happening at this $400,000 to almost $500,000 price point. And as we scroll down, we see some staggering numbers. So look at the total of showings. This is the number of people that are interested at these different price points. Now, there can be some overlap, like some people in this price point may be interested in this price point, but given the size of McKinney, this is a huge number. And this, showings per listing, 50, 40. Can you imagine that many people looking at a single house? That's how intense the competition still is. And then look at these more luxury price points, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 31 showings, 25 showings a listing. So we have a ton of interest in the McKinney market. And it will be really interesting to see how the predicted increase in interest rates start affecting these number of showings per listing. So I'm going to keep an eye on this for the next few months and see if we're starting to see this number shift a little bit. So, what's the takeaway? Well, this seller's market is still incredibly strong, and we will likely see a burst in early spring with more inventory from sellers who have been on the fence for some time but are now ready to get their home sold. And also, we'll see a burst of buyers who want to go ahead and lock themselves into a house before interest rates go up. So if you're thinking of buying or selling in this market, let's talk. For sellers, I'll dig deep into the numbers to come up with a pricing strategy that will take advantage of this market and its current trends. And here at the Patty Turner Group, we are still going all in on the marketing and promotion of your home. We don't rest on the laurels of a good market. We still create a marketing strategy around your home with a digital ad spend and additional targeted tactics to get even more exposure on your home. We have a marketing team on staff and an internal sales team who all work to get more qualified home buyers interested in your home, not just the few who show up from the MLS listing. And for buyers, I will work with you on your options to get you connected to a local lender who can help you so much in this process. Working with a local lender who is solid has never been more important than in this environment where we have these crazy number of competing bids, and there are a lot of reasons why. So from there, we will talk about your wish list and what your prospects look like, along with what to expect through this entire process of buying your home. So you can contact me by phone or text at 214-803-4444, or you can email me at jshannon@kw.com. Well, that is all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to updating you next month on our market update. Bye now.